Hmm. Hi everyone, welcome. Bonjour tout le monde. Well, let's start some yoga. My name is Monique, if we've not met before. Hi. And yeah, welcome. I think it's Friday, I'm not quite sure. Every day is all like one long day. So this is going to be a almost 60-minute, hopefully, Modo Yin practice. So with that, you will definitely need your yoga mat. I haven't quite decided what yin we're going to do, so have something that you can use like a block. It could be a block if you're lucky enough to have one. And it could also be a stack of books or one big fat one, ideally. A towel rolled up real tight so that it's a little bit firmer. And then do have a strap. If you have a yoga strap, excellent. If you can use a belt or a kind of a long towel that you can use, we might use that too, okay? And maybe some water, lots of water. So start off on your mat. Come into a wide knee child's pose and I will meet you there. Hi everyone. Oh, you know what I love? J'aime beaucoup quand quelqu'un dit bonjour quelque chose en bas. So then after I can, hi. So then after when I go on and I actually put my glasses on so I can actually see, then I will be able to see who was on my class and just feel that joy. All right, so let's get started. Come onto your mat, onto your hands and knees. All right, allow your big toes to touch and your knees to be nice and wide. I just realized I might have to say all that again. So as you get started in setting up into your wide knee child's pose, welcome. Once again, my name is Monique, and this is going to be a 60-minute Modo Yin practice. I have my yoga mat, I have a strap over there, and something that I can use as a block. So hopefully you'll have that too. And as you settle here on your mat, right, connect deeply to your breath. Right, becoming very aware of the inhale and your exhale. I know that every breath in creates this space and volume in your body. Right, and as you exhale, all the breath eases out, feeling your body relax. Letting go of whatever is occupying your mind, right? Thoughts, worries, plans, all those scenarios that we like to play out in our mind. Just leave them off to the side and focus on what's here, what's real, your breath, right? How it feels in the body. Your exhales providing you the sense of release, of letting go, whatever you don't need anymore. And for those of you that practice only here on the Instagram platform, know that you can go to YouTube and type in Modo Yoga Vaudreuil, and there's all the classes that we've been providing for the last little while. All those classes are there for you to re-enjoy, to add every day to your practice if you feel like you want something other than what's offered on that specific day. I can't get the music to work. Bon, ça va. Let's just begin by extending the arms long and forward. Allonge les deux bras vers en avant. Right? This will be as much of a bilingual class as my brain will allow. And so just pressing the hands forward, push your hips to the back. Continue to breathe in, fully mindful of the space you're creating, noticing where the breath likes to go. And as you exhale, just soften a little bit more. All right, stretch the arms a little bit more forward, press your hands down, navel in.
Inspire, monte en position table. Come onto your hands and knees. Your knees a little closer together. Right, with your fingers spaced out nice and wide. Gripping into your mat already, strong in your arms. Take a breath in, drop your belly, curl your tail up. And then look to the ceiling. Try to push your heart forward, shoulders back. Cow spine. And then slow exhale as you roll the spine up, coming into a cat spine. Draw everything in, chin, pubic bone. Feel like you're looking inward. And we'll do that 3 more times, encore 3 fois. Inspire, descends le ventre, lève et ouvre la poitrine. Expire en position chat, rentre la nombril, roule le dos, monte le dos, pousse dans le tapis. 2 more times, big breath in. Slowly articulate that lift. And then exhale, slowly feel every vertebrae open as you press the ground away. Really tuck your tail under. One last time. Une dernière fois. Inspire, lent, profond. Expire, pousse dans le tapis. Ouvre les omoplates, rentre le menton. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. Right, we're just going to curl the toes under. Listen up, we're going to lift the knees. Look a little bit more towards the top of your mat. And then walk to the top. Right, coming into a forward fold. Place your hands anywhere onto your shins or thighs. Inhale, come up halfway. Tone the tummy. Draw your shoulders back. And then exhale, fold into. Right, might make more sense in your body with bent knees. You can try that too. Bend the knees maybe, put your hands anywhere onto your shins or thighs, and then inhale, lengthen from your crown to your tail. Exhale, fold and release. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, long spine, press your feet down. See if you can lift your seat a little higher. And then exhale, fold, let go. Une dernière fois, les mains sur les tibias. Inspire, allonge le dos, les jambes longues ou les genoux plient. Expire, descends votre couronne. Plie les jambes, pousse dans les pieds. Inspire, encercle les bras. All the way up to the ceiling. Look to your hands. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Listen to your breath. Right, throughout the practice, you might be tempted to watch the screen solely, but do trust in your body. Do trust in your body's own natural intelligence. So diving in towards your body, into your practice, it's your own. Have a wonderful practice. Take care of your body. Press your feet down, open up your eyes. Inhale, circle high up overhead, look to your hands. Keep your lips pressed together. Exhale from the nose, dive over the legs. Nice and slow motion. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen from your crown to your tail. Exhale, fold, release. Let your belly touch your lap, head comes right down. Push through the feet, strong legs. Inhale, circle all the way up to the ceiling. Hands come to prayer. Exhale the air out. Encore 2 fois. Pousse dans les pieds. Inspire lentement. On encercle les bras. Inspire. Expire encore plus long. Plonge vers en avant. Inspire, allonge le dos. Recule les épaules et rentre beaucoup la nombril. Expire, descends votre tête, le ventre touche les jambes. Pousse dans les pieds, inspire, encercle les bras complètement vers le ciel. Expire, les mains au cœur. One more time. Inhale, circle high. Exhale, dive. Inhale, long spine. Simple fold, exhale, release. Push through the feet, inhale, circle, rise all the way up. Interlace your fingers, release your index, entrelace les doigts. Les pieds un peu plus ensemble. Pousse dans les pieds. Inspire, cherche la longueur. Expire, tire vers votre côté droite. Continue à monter un peu plus la poitrine, le menton. Continuez à chercher un peu plus de longueur avec votre inspiration. Et expire, tire un peu plus. One more breath. Press your feet into the mat. Inhale, rise back to the top. A simple pause. Bend your arms behind you. Maybe you change the way you've gripped your fingers. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Think about how your chest lifts, but the shoulders, they kind of plug down away from the ears. And keep finding a little bit more length as you inhale. Feel free to deepen that arc to the left as you exhale. Hold here for 2 more breaths. That's it, 1 more. And then rising right back to the top. Inhale. Release the hands. Let's send the arms forward. Think about your arms. 2 arrows reaching forward. And now melt the shoulders down. Separate your feet about mat width apart. Rentre beaucoup la nombril. Continue à tirer les doigts vers en avant. Descends un peu plus les épaules. Inspire. Powerful pose 1. Sit your hips to the back of the mat. Adjust in your feet so that when you glance down, you're able to see all the toes. And then looking forward, extend through the fingers, lower the shoulders down. And let's keep the chin drawn slightly in so the back of the neck is this nice, smooth extension of the spine. Continue to breathe. Lift your chest a little higher, inhale. Sit a little bit lower through the exhale. Inspire, monte la poitrine, descend les épaules. Expire, descend un peu plus les hanches. And now nice and slow, push into the heels. Don't rush out of it. Start to straighten up your legs. Pause. Face your palms in towards each other. And then lift the heels right up off the ground. Lève les talons. Feel the strength of every toe. Bring the fronts of your feet right over the toenails. Stay right here. This is quite challenging. Or feel free to bend your knees forward, keeping the heels high up off the ground. There's a little bit of energy between the hands. Imagine that you're holding a block or a book between your hands and you want to squeeze your hands into that block. Eyes are steady, the breath is full, fluid. Lift your heels a little higher, 1 more breath. And now think slow motion. Straighten up the legs, and at the same time, let's raise the arms right up overhead. This big, beautiful pull. Let's take the heels down. Pause here, your arms are high. Take your right arm, le bras droit, en dessous le gauche. You want to circle the right arm, right underneath the left. Twist tying into eagle pose. Few options. You can bind your arms. You can rest your hands on your shoulders. Whichever one you've chosen, push one arm into the other. One is pushing up, the other one's pushing down. And now take a deep bend through both legs. Push into the left foot, pick the right leg right up. Wrap your thighs together. Lengthen from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And as you exhale, pull the right hip back a little bit, squeeze and flex into your inner thighs. Feel like the elbows are trying to pull forward, right? Draw that line until you feel a separation in your shoulder blades. Holding here for 2 more breaths. Maybe you challenge by bending your left leg a little bit more, find a deeper seat. Release your right foot to the ground. Inhale, circle your arms right up, look to the ceiling. Take your left arm, sweep it underneath the right. Other side, bind your left arm under, bras gauche en dessous. Plie les jambes, pousse beaucoup dans votre pied droit, monte le jambe gauche et serre les jambes, serre les hauts de vos cuisses. Le talon droit pousse dans le tapis, les orteils sont très douces. Really soft in the toes, no pinching. Lève les coudes un peu plus haut, puis tire les coudes et les triceps vers en avant. Sépare un peu plus les omoplates. Garde vos abdominaux engagés. Et créez une longue ligne de votre couronne jusqu'à votre coccyx. Encore 2 respirations. Profond, contrôle. Le chien arrive. Is he dirty? Une dernière respiration. Le pied gauche sur le tapis, inspire, encercle les bras, les yeux vers les mains. Encercle les 2 bras vers en arrière, place les mains sur votre bassin. So pushing your hands into the back pockets, create containment in the core, roll the shoulders down, push your heart right up to the ceiling. Envoie toute leur respiration dans votre poitrine. Descends un peu plus les épaules. Une dernière respiration. Rentre le menton. Inspire. Monte le poitrine. Monte le dos. Lift your chest. Relax your arms beside you. I'm out of practice. Close your eyes. Offer your body 2 more breaths, standing right here in Tadasana. Press your feet down. Inhale, circle high up overhead. Exhale, slow dive forward over your legs. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen from your crown to your tail. Let's bend the knees, plant the hands. Keep your right foot forward, left foot way back. Wiggle the toes back some more. We're really going to take our time here. So stacking the right knee right over your right heel. Notice your back foot. Pull the heel as forward as you can. So you're pushing more into the ball of your left big toe. Both hands on your right thigh. Push down through the thighs so that you can hollow your center away from your right thigh. Draw the right hip to the back, left hip moves up. And then when you're ready, send the arms behind you. Open up the chest. Essaie de allonger le jambe gauche encore plus. Pousse beaucoup dans le coussin de votre grand orteil gauche. Et vraiment pousse le talon droit sur le tapis pour tirer le hanche droite un peu plus vers en arrière. Le bassin est très égal sur les 2 côtés. Reach the arms to the back, spread your fingers right out. We're going to take 1 more breath here, listen up. Inspire, monte les 2 bras, monte la poitrine. Expire, guerrier 2, warrior 2. Pivot your back foot. Les talons font une ligne. Pousse avec le pied gauche, plonge dans le genou droit. Tire les deux bras vers les deux directions. This is a warrior pose, right? So eyes steady forward, find that pinpoint. Feel both sensations. The sensations of reaching long, but then also containment, drawing in. So that every pose kind of feels like your lungs, where you're expanding and then retracting. Look to your right hand, flip the palm up. Left hand brushes the left leg. Inhale, reach up and back. Let's take one more breath here, deepen that arc. Inhale right into bendy triangle. Come forward. Place your arm or put your elbow. Open up the left shoulder. Look to the ceiling and then let your left arm pull you up. Push with your back foot. Push your arm and leg into each other. One more breath. Hug your feet to center. Inhale, come right back to warrior two. All right, take an inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel your hands forward. Frame your front foot, come up onto your tippy toes. Listen up. We're gonna rock the hips to the back. Step your foot to the top. Toes are close together. Inhale, come up halfway. Oops, my head's in the words. Exhale, fold in two. With your toes together, sit low. Raise your arms up to Utkatasana. Avec les mains en centre, hands come together right to your heart. Breathe and lift your chest. Prayer twist. Turn to the right. Put your left elbow outside your thigh. Choosing to modify if needed, your left arm is straight, right hand resting at your sacrum. Inhale, get a little longer. Deepen the twist on the exhale. We're staying here for two more breaths. Maybe you extend the left arm down, right arm up. Hi, Banjo. You gotta sit down though, Benj. Come right back through center. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, dive over the legs. Up on the chair. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold into. Inhale, halfway up. Bend your knees, plant the hands. Let's take the right foot way back. All right, runner's lunge. Go sit on your chair, Lift your hands on your right thigh. Right leg is long, recule de hanche gauche. Sit on your chair, up on your chair, up. Les bras vers en arrière quand vous êtes prêts. I think I already did that, my jaw's messing me up. Your chest open, the collarbones wide. No. All right, holding here for one more breath. With your inhale, sweep the arms forward, les bras vers le plafond. Expire, guerrier 2. Warrior 2, pivot your right foot, heels on one line, arms reaching in opposite direction. Hold your pose. These are trying times. All right, flip the left palm up. Right hand touches the right leg, up and back, exalted warrior. Breathing into that pull. One more breath. Into bent knee triangle, use your inhale, come forward. Plant your elbow or your forearm inside on your left thigh. Look to the ceiling, reach right up. Push and pull. Draw in, create that containment, that awareness. Continue à pousser avec votre pied droit. Pousse le bras gauche sur le jambe et ouvre la poitrine. Tire le bras un peu plus haut. Une dernière respiration. Reviens à guerrier 2. Une pause sur votre expiration. Inspire ensemble. Expire, encercle les bras. Plant your hands. You're on your right toes. Shift the hips to the back. Take your time, no rush. Step up. Inspire, allonge le dos. Plie en deux, expire. Les grands orteils ensemble, descend le bassin. Utkatasana, les bras hauts. La poitrine ouvre. Toutes les poids dans les talons, emmène les mains sur votre cœur. Inspire, allonge, get a little bit longer. Prayer twist to the other side, turn left. Put your right elbow, or maybe you're going to modify on this side. As you breathe in, think about lengthening, pulling the crown of your head farther from your seat. And then deepen the twist. Focus on your breath. The turn of your upper body without letting the feet, the knees, or the hips move into that twist. Keep them forward. One more breath. Let's come right back through center. Slow rise all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, dive over the legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Lengthen from crown to tail. Fold into exhale. Inhale, circle rise all the way up. Hands come to prayer, empty the breath. Pause here for 2 to 3 breaths. Open up your eyes. Inhale, reach right up overhead. Exhale, let's dive freely over the legs. Inhale, come up halfway, long spine. Simple fold, exhale. Plie les jambes, écarte les pieds, peut-être la même distance que vos hanches. Vous pouvez toujours placer les mains entre les deux pieds. For Padagustasana, it's your peace fingers. Tuck them in between your first and second toe. Press your toes down, press them right to the ground. Inhale, pull the crown of the head forward, hug your shoulders back. And now exhale, elbows wide. Right, let your head come down. And then notice what you need. Do you need to kind of pull gently and let your head kind of get a little bit heavier? Or do you want to increase the sensation, but really mildly? So hug the belly in. Inhale, pull the crown of the head. Draw your belly and pull the head away from the hips. And see if you can walk your rib cage down your thighs as you deepen that forward fold. Every breath, get a little longer, a little bit more hollow in the belly. And as you exhale, try to pull your face, your chest closer in between your legs. Shake out any tension. We'll take one more breath here. And then releasing the hold of your big toes. Hands press into the shins. Inspire, allonge le dos, rentre beaucoup le nombril et recule les épaules. Est-ce que vous pouvez monter encore plus les ischions? Inspire ensemble. Expire, descend votre couronne. Again, just like that, inhale halfway up. Keep breathing here. Just push your hands into the legs. Can you press your feet down to tip your sitting bones up a little higher? Make sure your belly button is in and the shoulders draw back. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, soft fold, like you're just placing a blanket on the mattress. Press your feet down, hollow the belly in tight towards your spine. Inhale, circle out and all the way up to the ceiling. Hands to prayer, exhale. Place your hands onto your hips. Keep your right foot glued to the mat. Just take a moment to stretch the left leg behind you. You're on your left toes to begin with. If you need to, you have a sensitive right knee, you could choose a little bend in your right leg, but do bring all the weight into the right foot. Pick your left leg away from the ground and then flex your foot. Feel like the heel is shooting straight out. Right, and now let the arms come behind you. If you're more comfortable with your hands on your hips, that's a nice option. Reaching back to open up the collarbones a little wider. Stay with the leg lifted at this height or play with picking the leg up a little higher, maybe so that it's parallel to the ground. Firm up your right leg, push your right foot down like you're trying to press yourself away from the ground. And then find a little bit more length wherever you can. Could be in the arms, in the neck. One more breath. Let's place the hands to the hips. Inhale, track the left leg forward through, right up to center, pause. Place your left foot down. Roll out your right heel, your right ankle. With your left foot firmly planted, allonge le jambe droite en arrière. Maintenant, c'est tous les poids dans le pied gauche. Un peu de balance vers en avant. Monte le jambe droite, c'est très, très, très allongé. Et flexe le pied, pousse avec le talon. Vous pouvez garder les mains sur les hanches ou allonge les bras vers en arrière. Essayez d'ouvrir la poitrine. On voit que les omoplates sont plus proches. Breathe in, inspire, allonge. Reste ici ou commence à monter le jambe droite un peu plus. On pousse beaucoup avec notre pied gauche, on flexe dans notre quadriceps gauche. Et va chercher la longueur, n'importe où. Dans votre nuque, dans les bras, dans les jambes. 2 respirations de plus. Une dernière. Avec les mains sur les hanches, inspire, avance le genou droit, monte le genou en petite pause, descends le pied, descends les 2 bras, relaxe les épaules, inspire, encercle les bras, garde le bras droit vers le plafond, le bras gauche vers le côté. Look to your left hand. Bend your left leg behind you, reach back and grab your foot. Dancer's pose, the knees come together. Breathe in, reach for the ceiling. Breathe out, press down, maybe press back. Right, so noticing here, there's a lot of things going on. So first things first, there's balance, feel it. There's length. As you deepen the pose, it's not just a simple tipping forward, right? There's a kickback, a distance between your left heel and your left back pocket. Let yourself be pulled in both directions, and then see if you can raise your right arm up a little higher. All with breath, of course. Hold for one more. Inspire, reviens. Descends le pied, descends les 2 bras. Pousse les pieds dans le tapis, inspire, encercle les bras. Cette fois ici, c'est le bras gauche à côté de votre oreille, le bras droit vers la côté. Amène le pied en arrière, attrape-le avec le main et colle les genoux ensemble. Pousse les 2 pieds vers le tapis et tire encore plus avec votre bras gauche. Inspire, vous pouvez toujours rester ici. Si vous voulez aller un peu plus loin, au lieu de juste tipper vers en avant, essaye de bouger le pied vers en arrière. Si vous êtes à côté de mur, Vous pouvez utiliser le mur pour chercher la distance. Essayez d'emmener le bras gauche à côté de votre oreille. One more breath. Reach, lift. All right, inhale, let's come right back to center. Let your foot go. Relax both arms. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in and a slow breath out. Encore 2 respirations. One more. Place your hands on your hip. Okay, place your left foot, keep it right where it is. Open up your right knee. Votre genou droit vers l'extérieur. Tree pose, place le pied ou sur le mollet ou à l'intérieur de votre cuisse. Les mains ensemble. Pousse les mains ensemble. On écarte beaucoup les coudes vers l'extérieur. Pousse le pied gauche sur le tapis. Cherche la longueur dans tout votre corps. Descends les épaules. Rentre un peu le menton. You can keep your hands a prayer. Feel free to change up your arms if you want. Vous pouvez changer l'expression de vos bras vers le plafond, vers en arrière, vers le tapis. One more breath. Hands come together to prayer. Turn the right knee forward. Place your foot onto the mat. Same thing, même chose, l'autre côté. Open up the opposite knee. Place your foot either on the calf, find the inner thigh. You just really want to avoid your knee joint. Push your right foot down, firm up your right upper thigh so that your left foot can press hard into it. Let the knee open, hands to prayer. Elbows wide so that the heart lifts. The neckline is long, your chin slightly drawn in. And then from there, feel free to change the expression of your tree. Maybe you find a little reverse prayer. One last breath. Let's bring the hands back together. Turn your knee forward and lower your foot. Relax your shoulders. Let the arms come down beside you. Inhale, circle your arms high up overhead. Exhale, dive forward over the legs. Inhale, long spine. Let's bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to plank. Position planche. Descends les genoux, monte la poitrine, inspire. Expire, descends lentement vers votre tapis. Bhujangasana, inspire, monte la poitrine, baby cobra. Exhale, push through the hands behind your knees, and we're going to go to a close knee child's pose. Push your hips to the back, elbows bent. Hold here for one breath. Arms come forward. Inhale, rise into table. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. All right, we'll go through that again 2 more times, 2 fois de plus. Inspire, avance en planche. Avec les genoux ou pas, descends lentement vers votre tapis. Inspire, monte la poitrine, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, knees down, they're close together. Push the hips to the back. Child's pose, close knee. Allonge les bras vers en avant. Inspire, monte en position table. Roule les orteils, chien tête en bas. Une dernière fois. Inspire, avance en planche. Expire, descend. Chaturanga, les genoux ou pas. Inspire, monte la poitrine. That's your back bend. Knees down, child's pose. Arms forward. Inhale, rise up into a tabletop. All right, and now we're gonna welcome the yin portion of the class. So you're in a tabletop. All right, you're gonna take your right arm, bring it out wide to the right-hand side. Okay, so you see my arm is this way, close to my wall. And then like you are threading a needle, bring your right arm underneath your left. Land onto the right shoulder and onto the right ear and cheek. Your hips are pretty much over your knees. And then your left arm can reach to the top. Maybe you come up onto tented fingers if you have like a funky shoulder. Maybe you make it more soft, but you want the weight to be a little bit more into the right shoulder. Okay, some of you might be quite familiar with adding a little bit more of a twist. Right? You could take your left arm, like a rainbow, reach it up, flip the palm away from you, and put the fingers into the crease that's at the top of your right hip. So you're adding a little bit more of a twist. Ça, c'est juste un choix. Si vous voulez ajouter le bras vers en arrière, peut-être c'est plus confortable avec le bras vers en avant. Ferme les yeux et continue à respirer profondément. When we enter the yin part of the practice, it matters less whether you breathe in and out through the nose or in through the nose, out through the mouth. You just want to breathe in a way that creates the greatest volume on the inhale and the greatest ease through the exhale. And sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit of more nerves, breathing through my nose can feel a little bit more constrictive. And so sometimes just exhaling it through the mouth can offer you a little bit more sense of release. Okay, let's take one more breath here. Bring your left hand underneath your shoulder. Push the ground away, stability. Take your right hand back. And then 3 cat and cow. Take a breath in, drop the belly, curl the tail up, look to the ceiling. Exhale, push the ground away. All right, you can stay with that option, regular cat and cow, or let it be more organic. Think about your torso cleaning the inside of a barrel. All right, do it both clockwise and counterclockwise. One more breath. I'm going to change sides so I can watch. All right, come back to neutral. Take your left arm wide, le bras gauche vers l'extérieur. You can even let your eyes, les yeux peuvent regarder le main. Descends, rentre le bras en dessous votre côté droit et place le épaule et votre oreille sur le tapis. Quand vous êtes bien placé, on voit que pas mal, les hanches sont directement par-dessus les genoux. Et maintenant, vous pouvez allonger le bras droit vers en avant, peut-être sur les bouts de doigts, pour rentrer un peu plus l'épaule droite. Make sure you have stability in this pose. If you'd like to add the twist, if you did it on the first side, you might repeat it on this side, but if it doesn't feel good, there's nothing on paper saying that you have to stay there. So maybe the right arm reaches up, circle it behind you, tuck the fingers into the crease, and then just make it a little bit more twisty. Maybe you're able to turn your gaze a little bit more. Close your eyes, ferme les yeux. Le plus important, c'est la respiration. Continuez à utiliser votre nez ou peut-être votre nez et le bouche pour créer la respiration que vous avez besoin. On cherche une respiration le plus profond, le plus naturel possible. 3 more breaths. 3 respirations de plus. Une dernière respiration, one last breath. And slowly just bring your right hand back into the mat. Press the ground away. Find stability, find strength. And then again, 3 cat and cow, 3 breaths. Or that natural kind of organic movement. Taking another 2 breaths. Encore 2 respirations. Continue. Une dernière respiration. All right, come back to neutral. Relax your shoulders as much as you can. And then we're just going to take the right knee, prends votre genou droite et place-le juste à côté de votre poignée droite. Okay. Recule un peu plus le genou gauche et tourne le tibia droite un peu vers l'intérieur. So just like you're closing a door, you want to tilt only the shin while keeping the right knee out wide. And at this point, lift your chest, guide your left leg. Use your toes and your knees. Walk your left leg longer behind you until you can get your right hip as close to the ground. Okay, we'll start off just traditional pigeon. Maybe you place something supportive if there's a bit of a distance underneath your right hip. And then from there, set the weight into the hips, crawl forward. If you have some difficulty in this pose and you don't have the right props to set yourself up, then I would suggest that you come into a little bit of a shifted pigeon. So you're going to sit fully onto the outer edge of your right hip, okay? And then there's a bigger bend in your left leg. Both feet are flexed. So when you look to both legs, they're actually in the same position, except for your right leg, the shin might be a little bit more parallel to the top of your mat, and then your left leg, the shin might be a little bit, well actually if I look at it, my left shin is parallel to my right upper thigh. That's kind of cool. All right. And then if you choose that shifted pigeon, you can come down either over the shin, over the knee, twist it out to the right hand side, whichever one you're in. We're just going to hold here for about, I don't know, about 10 breaths. Peut-être 10 respirations. Vous pouvez placer quelque chose en dessous de votre front aussi. Relaxez un peu plus dans les épaules. Relaxez un peu plus dans la poitrine. Six more breaths. We'll be here for another 4 breaths, une autre 4 respirations. Il y a un peu de reculation de votre hanche droite. On avance un peu plus le devant de notre hanche gauche vers en avant. You want to scissor your hips so that you're still keeping everything quite level. Right hip hasn't crawled ahead of the left. Last 2 breaths here. 2 respirations de plus. And just taking the time, like you're in slow motion, hands into the top of the mat. Press the ground away, lift your chest, monte la poitrine, pose. Roule les orteils gauche en dessous, so you're on your toes and your knees on your left side. And then just pick the hips up enough so that you can take your right leg behind you. Think about bringing a little bit of shifting side to side in your hips. All right, and then come back to neutral. Right, you're looking between the hands. Not now. Oh, it blocked, it stopped. Okay. And then we're going to slide the left knee forward, tilt the shin slightly in, guide the right leg long, chest lifts. Hips are down, put a block, mettez quelque chose en dessous votre côté gauche. Know that if you did a shifted pigeon on the other side, you don't have to go through the ritual, just sit fully onto your left side. Both legs are bent, both feet are flexed, and wherever you are, just take a breath in and then fold into the exhale. Come right down, support your forehead with whatever you need. Most important is your breath. Le plus important, c'est de relaxer dans votre respiration. We have about 10 breaths here. Slowly guide the inhale in. A little bit of dragging back on your left hip crease, a little bit of moving forward onto the right hip crease. That's better. Six more breaths. Quatre respirations de plus. Let's hold for one more breath. All right, we are not going to go back to tabletop from here because we're kind of going to cut short into the time. So just place your hands into the mat, les mains sur le tapis, monte la poitrine, pose. Enlève le chose en dessous votre côté gauche. If you have something there, push it over so that you can sit onto the hip. Grab your right leg, bring it forward. And then from there, take your feet, cross your feet over each other. Right? If you need to place something underneath your sitting bones, maybe place a blanket that's a little bit thick or a towel, but just the right amount of times, the right amount of weight and consistency so that you're able to roll your tailbone behind you. You want to find your perineum as parallel to your yoga mat as you can. And then because we don't have time for a full-on twist, we're just going to take the right fingertips to the back, left hand onto the outside of the right knee. Press your sitting bones down, lift your chest, and add a little twist. Turn your body to the right. Let your belly move freely in and out. Garde les ischions plantés sur le tapis. And let's deepen the twist to the right. One more breath. Inspire, tourne vers en avant. If you need to adjust so that your tailbone is behind you, once again, do so. Roll the shoulders down, lift your chest, take your right hand outside your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen from your tail to your crown, and then open up the left shoulder, make a twist. Belly moves with the breath, feel it. One more breath. And then inhale, turn forward. Breathe in, lengthen. All right, coming into a Baddha Konasana, bring the soles of your feet together. If you can, try to draw your heels in. I know we're kind of short on props here, so if you can't, you could slide your feet a little bit further away so that your knees are not right up into your armpits. You want to feel a little bit of space. Breathe in, roll the shoulders down, lift your chest. And then pull onto the feet a little bit. You're holding onto them like a book. Draw your sternum forward, keeping the neckline long. So not allowing the body to collapse in. Feel the length. Roll your spine. Right? If the video happens to cut out before Shavasana, please take a Shavasana, okay? I'm keeping an eye on the time, but I did start a minute or two late. All right. And now let's all slide the feet a little bit more forward. Breathe in, lift your chest, slide your hands, your arms underneath your shins, let your head come down. Curving the spine now, curling in. Head down and heavy. Breathe into the upper back. Feel the shoulder blades separate. Exhale, feel yourself soften a little bit more. Inspire, exagère la respiration dans les omoplates. Expire, laisse le corps fondre un peu plus. And let's do one more like that. Balloon the breath into the upper back. Exhale it out real slow. Slide your hands out, press them down, lift your chest. Pick your knees up with your hands. Go sideways if you went like I did. And then we're just going to make ourselves comfortable on the ground. Okay, so having a Shavasana is one of the most important ways to seal the practice. And so extending the legs long and wide is one option. If you prefer, your back is tender, feet wide, knees together. And if you really like that feeling of separation, you can bring the soles of your feet together, let the knees open up wide. You gotta walk the shoulders underneath you a little bit so the neckline remains long. And then for the next few breaths, just take your right hand on your tummy, right? Your left hand up by your chest. Take just a natural breath in. And a natural exhale out. Inspire naturellement. Expire naturellement. And now breathing into the belly. Hold your breath. Garde la respiration. Inspire un peu plus haut pour envoyer la respiration dans le milieu de votre corps. Garde la respiration. Inspire un peu plus haut dans votre poitrine. Garde la respiration. Garde-le. Expire lentement, complètement, quand vous êtes complètement vidé. Hold empty, so that we can try that again. Breathe into the belly, fill it, hold. Lift the breath into the rib cage, hold. Send more breath into the chest.